The INAI provides a set of information about high-quality grasslands, woodlands, and wetlands, habitats for many threatened and endangered species, and other significant natural features which document the biological heritage of Illinois. Information from the INAI is used to guide and support land acquisition and protection programs by all levels of government, as well as by private landowners and conservation organizations. To determine how much of Illinois' natural lands were left, this group of individuals conducted the original natural areas inventory from 1975 to 1978. They surveyed the entire state looking for rare or unique communities of plants and animals. This inventory was the first of its kind in the nation, and it documented nearly 1,100 sites encompassing 25,000 acres across Illinois. It was a remarkable accomplishment and a unique undertaking for a state with the size and complexity of Illinois, and of those 1,100 sites, approximately 635 have been identified as having the highest quality, meaning grade A or grade B. The INAI has been maintained by the DNR since its undertaking, and site boundaries were georeferenced and digitized in the 1990s. It has been updated to a certain extent, but it needed to be brought into the 21st century, transitioning away from traditional paper methods to an entirely digital format. So in June 2007, a statewide update of the INAI began, and here's most of the group that has worked on the project. Only one person, Randy Nybor, actually surveyed and collected data for both of the inventories, and he's in the back row back there. The project lead is INHS Director Brian Anderson, and 5 regional ecologists from Applied Ecological Services and a field survey coordinator at INHS conducted most of the work for the project. GIS staff at AES and INHS helped with logistical support, as well as QA/QC of the data entered into the INAI database. 2 3-year projects were staggered in funding by 1 year. The goal of the Category 1 reassessment was to revisit the 635 grade A and B natural communities from the original inventory and reevaluate their quality and condition. Results have shown that approximately 20% of these sites that were not adequately managed or protected have shown significant decrease in natural quality and will be potentially removed from the INAI in the near future. The INAI update involves using the latest technologies and criteria to thoroughly and systematically search the entire state to find new natural areas to add to the inventory. Both projects use the same IDNR standards and guidelines and have the same database structure. A graphical user interface was developed using ArcGIS 9.x along with a Natural Areas Tracking System, or NATS, which was developed in Microsoft Access. The GUI allows the user to locate and zoom to a specific site as well as view and enter data in the NATS database. This is an example of the basic survey site record. Oh, well, we're moving on. First, there were 6 steps. First, they will make contact with natural resource professionals and local experts to identify and compile information related to the location of potential survey sites. Then they conduct a statewide ocular examination of maps, historical, well, we're moving on to aerial surveys. They conduct aerial surveys to further assess their quality. Approximately 80% of these potential natural areas are eliminated for consideration at this stage. P&As still remaining after the aerial survey will be visited on site after securing landowner permission or by drive-by to determine whether or not they will become final candidate sites or be eliminated. A species list is recorded during the initial ground survey. Quantitative vegetation sampling is conducted in communities that are determined to be high quality for the final field survey. 100% of these sites that have final field surveys will have nomination packets completed and be recommended to the Natural Areas Evaluation Committee for listing on the INAI. So now for some results. As of October 31st, 2011, a total of 4,006 P&As have been identified, with an average of about 800 P&As being identified in each of the 5 regions. 3,174 sites, or 79%, have been eliminated from the INAI during various stages, with most being eliminated during the aerial survey stage. All P&As are being kept in the database so that they provide IDNR with an archive of areas that have previously been searched for potential high-quality areas. 94 sites have gone through 3 levels of QA/QC and nomination packets completed. To date, 12 sites have been approved by the NAEC, with the remaining sites hopefully being approved next year. There are currently about 495 sites that still require some level of evaluation to determine if they will qualify. And there are at least 159 sites that will qualify for the INAI. They just need to be quality controlled and have nomination packets created. So, future. The IDNR has provided additional funding to try and get as many of the sites that are remaining done by December 31st. We also have a new NRCS project that we will hope to do 15 to 20 sites. And then our director, Brian Anderson, is also working on trying to get additional funding to conduct a 4th field season. So hopefully this will continue beyond this year. Thank you.